First off, I need to apologize. Aroha mai little Big Tom. Big little Tom. Tom, I've had these books for so long. It's time to read them. This one, I'll read them in succession, but not in the same recording, is The Dragon Hunters. It's words by James Russel, illustrations by Link Choi, so I suppose the second thing to do is to actually read it. And we've got this really excellent map. We've got this compass. I'm sure, Tom, that you've just studied this meticulously. That means, of course, very carefully. There's Flynn and Patty's house. They're the stars of the show, aren't they? There's the ancient forest. There's the Meadow of Dreams. There's the rickety trail on up to Mount Monstrous. Is it a monstrous mountain or a mountain full of monsters, I wonder? Big mountain or mountain with, I don't know. There's a dragon's lair, so maybe it's the monstrous mountain. No, the mountain that with monsters. Well, now, going another trail to the tree of wailing witches and the swamp of children's wishes. I wonder if that's where children's wishes go to get stuck in the swamp. The ridge of rising flame up to that dragon hatchery in Mother's Knee Hill. Doesn't look like my mom's knee, does it look? I could see the knee shape in it, but definitely not my mom's knee. I hope it's not yours either. If they cross the Mystic Mountains, which this range cutting through from the sea over here, I wish the sea had a name. Anyhow, crossing across the Mystic Mountains into the Putrid Plains. Can you think of another word for putrid? Super duper incredibly stinky? Oh, that's more than one word. The Boiling Stream? The Magic Terraces? They look like this is like the trip to Rotorua. Those Magic Terraces, those are like Pink Terraces that got covered in the volcano. Anyhow, we go around to the Lake Levitation and Mount Astonishing. Beware of dragon. What do you notice about the edge of that sign? Did it say dragon or dragons? It looks like a bite mark. And the constant cloud. That reminds me of Aotearoa as well. It's our long white cloud. It's our constant cloud. Sign of an island. Papa wished you, little Big Tom, he wished you made dragons swoop through your dreams. I think that's a good one for all of us to think about and imagine. Beside an ancient forest, before you reach the sea, you'll find a tiny cottage and a happy family. 2 brothers, Flynn and Patty, their parents, Mum and Dad, a lovely dog named Coco, their chocolate-covered lab. I had to figure out who Flynn and Patty were. Just reading the book previously, reading it before reading it to you. Such a cool house. Maybe some trees too close, but anyhow. One day when it was raining, the boys were stuck inside. Patty thought he'd try to take poor Coco for a ride. The dog she lapped and bucked him off, then tore around the room. Their mother chased her from the house, brandishing her broom. The boys peered out the window at Coco's sad wee face when a sudden swooping dragon left nothing in her place. I can just hear one of the kids I've taught going, dun, dun, dun. A dragon stole our dog, the boys cried out together. You'd best stop telling tales, said Mum, and pray for better weather. The boys devised a plan that night and packed their bags with care. They swore that by tomorrow they'd find the dragon's lair. Their mother woke and saw them gone. Said she, I have a hunch they've gone to look for Coco. At least they took some lunch. Indeed they had, and by midday the boys had stopped to rest. They nibbled on a sandwich, Marmite, with lemon zest. I've tasted better sandwiches, said Paddy to his brother. I know, said Flynn. I just can't seem to make them like our mother. Come on, said Flynn. We must attempt to find our dog today. I've no idea if she's near or if she's miles away. But just then, upon the breeze, they heard a mighty roar, followed by the faintest woof from Coco, they were sure. Almost at the mountaintop, the boys could see a cave. I bet she's there, said Flynn, in an effort to be brave. I wonder if Link Choi meant to do this. Do you see a face in that? I'm getting like eyes here, pointy nose, teeth down there. It's like the hillside's a monster. Anyhow, not a too scary monster, just... For hours they climbed the mountain, a steep and rocky trail, and when they found the cave at last, they saw the dragon's tail. Said Flynn, wait here while I go in and take a look around. Make sure you can't be seen. Try not to make a sound. So Flynn was going into the cave. He's leaving Paddy. So does that... I would think that's Paddy, the little boy, the littler one. So cool. I think the way those rocks are laid on each other reminds me of a dragon's skin, of its scales. I don't know. Does Paddy seem disturbed by this? How do you think Paddy feels being caught by the dragon by looking at this picture? Although the dragon was asleep, that did not make it easy. The thought of sneaking by those teeth made him mighty queasy. Meanwhile, outside, all alone, Paddy was losing hope, at least until inside his bag he found a length of rope. Look at all the random things egg beaters, have you ever used those kind? You have to like turn the handle. Those are cool. If you haven't used those, you should try using them sometime. What a collection of things he brought on this adventure. The scissors make sense. If the robot was like a working real robot, it could be maybe the mini car. I don't know how those things could be helpful. You could imagine them. Kind of in between the body of the dragon and my imagination, like that's like it's the ridge along its back and it's coiled around, just peeking through. Or maybe it's peeking through the dragon's eye. I don't know. Interesting. Creeping past the dragon's nose, Flynn saw in the dark Coco, his beloved dog, just about to bark. Shh, he said to keep her quiet, but to no avail. She barked and barked and barked and barked and wagged her waggly tail. The dragon gave a fearsome roar and Flynn began to run. Come on, he yelled to Coco, who thought it was great fun. Flynn grabbed hold of Paddy's hand as he bolted past. We have to be extremely brave and run extremely fast. The chasing dragon came so close it thought, I've nearly got him. Paddy could feel its fiery breath warming up his bottom. As the dragon lunged to bite poor Paddy's derriere, to its surprise it chomped upon a mouthful of fresh air. Now, never underestimate boy's creativity, for with his rope the lad had tied the dragon to a tree. I'd hope that's like a mighty oak or like a kahikatea, like big kahikatea, or gotta be a big tree. Just as dusk was falling, the boys arrived back home. "Dinner!" called their mother, "and for Coco, I've a bone," said Flynn. "We beat the dragon, rescued Coco from her fate," said Mum. "That's nice, my darlings. Now off to bed, it's late." You've got such a story to tell. Do you think Mum believes it? All cuddled up. You reckon that's Patty who's kicked his blankets off? He looks a little more little, eh? Thanks, little Big Tom. Kia ora koutou. The Dragon Hunters, words by James Russel and illustrations by Link Choi.